The entertainment industry was filled with sorrow after Nicholas Tse and his younger sister, Jennifer Tse, officially announced the passing of their beloved father, legendary Hong Kong actor Patrick Tse. On July 20th, 2026, the siblings simultaneously shared the heartbreaking news through their personal social media accounts, marking the first official confirmation from the family. Rather than issuing a statement through a publicist or management company, Nicholas and Jennifer chose to speak directly to fans themselves. The quiet and personal announcement reflected the Tse family's long-standing approach to handling private family matters with dignity and discretion. According to the statement, Patrick Tse peacefully passed away on July 16, 2026, after suffering complications from a lung infection that gradually weakened his body. During his final moments, he was surrounded by his children, close family members, and dedicated caregivers. The family emphasized that he did not endure prolonged pain and left this world peacefully, comforted by the people who loved him most. However, one detail immediately caught the public's attention. Although Patrick Tse passed away on July 16th, the family waited until July 20th, 4 days later, to make the announcement public. The delay quickly became a topic of discussion among fans and Hong Kong media. Many wondered why the family chose to keep such significant news private, especially considering Patrick Tse's legendary status in the entertainment industry. The answer, Nicholas Tse explained, was simple. It was his father's final wish. Patrick Tse had reportedly expressed to his family that he did not want his passing to become a major public event or media spectacle. Throughout his life, he had enjoyed decades of fame, but he hoped his final farewell would remain peaceful, quiet, and free from unnecessary public attention. Out of respect for those wishes, Nicholas and Jennifer decided to postpone the official announcement until every funeral arrangement had been completed. During those 4 days, the family focused entirely on saying their private goodbyes without cameras, reporters, or public ceremonies interrupting their final moments together. The decision reflected Patrick Tse's lifelong philosophy of maintaining dignity and allowing his family to grieve in peace rather than under the constant spotlight of the media. A private farewell exactly as Patrick Tse requested. Following Patrick Tse's final wishes, the family arranged an extremely modest funeral. There would be no public memorial service, no mourning hall open to fans, and no large-scale farewell ceremony despite his remarkable contributions to Hong Kong cinema and television. Instead, only immediate relatives and a small number of close family members were invited to attend the private farewell. On the morning of July 20th, 2026, Patrick Tse's body, registered under his legal name Tse Jiu, was cremated at Hong Kong's Pham Linh Wahop Shek Crematorium. The family also declined all interview requests from the media and deliberately kept the funeral schedule confidential to prevent large crowds from gathering. Reporters were respectfully asked not to interfere, allowing the family to complete every step of the farewell in complete privacy. Many Hong Kong media outlets later commented that this understated arrangement perfectly reflected Patrick Tse's personality. Although he spent decades in front of cameras and became one of Hong Kong's most recognizable actors, he never wished for unnecessary attention when it came to his personal life. Nicholas Tse's emotional tribute. In his heartfelt message, Nicholas Tse shared what he believed was his father's greatest wish, that people would remember him not for his final days, but for the vibrant image he had created throughout his extraordinary career. Nicholas explained that Patrick Tse wanted audiences to remember him as the handsome, charismatic, confident, and energetic actor they had admired for decades. He believed there was no need for excessive mourning or endless tears. Instead, he hoped people would celebrate the happiness, inspiration, and unforgettable performances he had given audiences throughout his lifetime. Those touching words deeply moved fans across Asia. Thousands of messages poured onto social media, with many expressing gratitude for Patrick Tse's decades of contributions to Hong Kong entertainment. Many fans wrote that although a legendary actor had left the world, his films, television dramas, and unforgettable screen presence would continue to inspire future generations. Nicholas Tse immediately returned home. Behind the scenes, Patrick Tse's final days also highlighted the devotion of his children. After learning that his father's condition had become critical, Nicholas Tse immediately suspended preparations for his upcoming concert in Qingdao, mainland China. Without hesitation, he canceled rehearsals and boarded the earliest available flight back to Hong Kong, determined to spend his father's remaining moments by his side. Jennifer Tse, who had been living in Canada, also rushed back to Hong Kong as soon as she received the heartbreaking news. Once reunited, the siblings worked together to handle every funeral arrangement personally. From coordinating with relatives to organizing the cremation, they ensured that every detail reflected their father's final wishes. Remarkably, the entire process, from Patrick Tse's passing on July 16th to his cremation on July 20th, was completed almost entirely out of the public eye. For 4 days, very little information reached the media, an unusual achievement given Patrick Tse's legendary status. Only after every ceremony had concluded did Nicholas and Jennifer feel ready to share the news with fans around the world. A farewell marked by grace rather than publicity. Many Hong Kong media outlets praised the family's decision, describing it as one of the most dignified celebrity farewells in recent years. Rather than allowing the passing of a beloved icon to become a media frenzy, the Tse family honored Patrick Tse's desire for peace and privacy. The quiet farewell demonstrated that, despite decades of fame, family remained far more important than public attention. For Nicholas and Jennifer, delaying the announcement was never about secrecy. It was about fulfilling the final request of the man who had spent his entire life protecting those he loved. Patrick Tse's passing ultimately reflected the values he embraced throughout his life: elegance, humility, and dignity. Although the world learned of his death several days later, his legacy had already been firmly established over decades of remarkable performances. Fans will remember him not because of how he left this world, but because of the unforgettable characters he brought to life, the joy he gave millions of viewers, and the lasting influence he had on Hong Kong cinema. In the end, Patrick Tse said goodbye in exactly the way he wished, quietly, peacefully, and with the love of his family surrounding him. And for Nicholas Tse and Jennifer Tse, honoring that final wish became their greatest tribute to a father whose legacy will continue to shine for generations to come.